shit. Can't see everything. That's why we're on the ground. Ready to roll? Let's go to work, dudes.
Medal of Honor, one of the many popular warfare games based on historic events and scenarios taken from real-life war. Millions of players from around the world play these games in both single-player and multiplayer versions. The main objective of this research was to figure out audience perceptions of warfare games through surveys and interviews. The first question asked in the survey was about how popular warfare games are. Most participants, both female and male, agreed that video games based on war are enjoyable as a type of escapism and were more made for and played by males. Males went into detail on the aspects of the games they liked, for example action, thrill, weaponry, being a hero, adrenaline rush, whereas females, even female gamers, mostly described why males would enjoy such games, for example being able to be more manly and masculine. So we thought we needed professional advice, so I went and interviewed hardcore gamer Callum Puller.
Callum, was it?
Oh, g'day.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Thanks for taking time out of your day for this.
Oh, that's alright.
Where are we going to do this?
Oh, just in the lounge.
Fantastic. So thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Puller. As you're aware, as I spoke on the phone, that we're interviewing you about your involvement in warfare video games and what you think about them after you play them. So just first up, how often do you play these video games?
Oh, I play most evenings after I finish uni. Not all the time, but quite often.
And so you've obviously heard of the EA Games Medal of Honor.
Yep.
What is your opinion of the realisticness of war shown in Medal of Honor?
I think it's reasonably realistic, but obviously it's still a game, and you know it's not exactly how wars play out.
Okay, so why do you think these war games are so popular? Why do you play them so much?
Well, I play them for fun, and I guess a lot of other people play them for fun, and you don't have to actually go into a war and kill people. It's just,
Right.
you know, a good fun time without any consequences to killing.
Right.
And it's easy to see from this clip why all players see these games as being so popular. The realisticness of the warfare games was another reason why they are so popular.
So do you think that warfare games have become more realistic?
Yeah, they've definitely become more realistic. I mean, in these ones you're shooting people that look like people rather than a bunch of square pixels.
Right, okay. So, is this a positive or negative thing? Because you are shooting a human being, essentially.
Well, I think it's positive, but obviously some people view it as negative because it's teaching kids to kill people and like be violent. But it's a game, really, and if people can't distinguish between a game and real life, then they shouldn't be playing. Good thing I'm hiding. Let me out.
Oh.
You died.
Male survey participants agreed with Mr. Puller in that games that are realistic are more fun and provided a better playing experience. They did admit negative effects such as desensitising of violence and death that could be caused. The majority of female survey participants viewed the realisticness of games as negative, as it encourages violence and makes war cool.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, shoot him in the leg.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
We'll take a quick break now, but when we return, we'll have more interview, more screenshots, and some bloody good banter. That's what she said.
Wait, bro, we're on.
And we're back! Right, okay. So, would you say that war games should be marketed as educational in terms of the realities of war?
I don't think they should be educational just because, well, it's a game still, and it's not exactly the same as a war. So, you know, you can't really learn from it.
Well, as you're probably aware, members of the United States Special Operations Command were involved in the marketing and producing of Medal of Honor. How do you think this affects the realisticness of the game?
Well, I think it makes it more realistic than previous games, but obviously they won't share secret, like top secret information for the games, so it won't be overly realistic.
So you do think it's a good thing
I
for
think,
games?
Yes, I think it's a good thing.
So what would you say to people who would consider it to be possibly that the army is recruiting or even putting bias towards the army, making it look better?
Well, a lot of people that play war games aren't exactly the fittest of people and wouldn't even cut training camps in the army at all. So I don't really think it's recruiting people.
And finally, do you think that military involvement in producing a warfare game changes your view of how you see real life war after playing the game?
Not particularly. Obviously, the scenarios and stuff are a lot. You know, you think the military, they put the effort into it to make it more realistic, but it doesn't really change anything. They're two separate things, you know. A game is a game, and war is war.
Roger that.
On military involvement, male survey participants thought this would make games realistic and authentic, and therefore better as a game, but also suggested this could make games biased. Females agreed with this, and thought that while military involvement might make games more educational, they may be attempting to glorify war in order to recruit members.
I believe we're hunting for someone, and I'm killing this militia that are shooting at me. Don't know what I did, but I'm killing them all. I'm not allowed to kill civilians, I don't think.
Right, well, that about wraps things up, Mr. Puller. Thanks very much. Thanks for taking time out of your day again and seeing me, and I'm sure I can see myself out.
It's been a pleasure. Little girls.
Overall, survey participants came to the conclusion that the entertainment value of games is more important, and there is still a large enough difference between representations of war in video games and the reality to prevent their views being changed. It's still just a game.
Take that, you bastard!
But it still causes anger.
Ah, who the f*** killed me?
No.
Oh, these knives, man!
And humour.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What is that? Is that a deer? Is that a donkey? I don't... Come on, let me see your face! Oh, man, my stomach. Oh, you ladder goat, you're so random.